नित्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the Sarvajñapita Yajamans, devotees, disciples, Nitya Satsangis, Sri Mahants and Mahants, Kotaris, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, sitting with us through Nityananda TV, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and through two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha all over the world. I welcome all of you with my love and respects are expanding. So let me enter into the Kenopanishad, Vidiyakanta, the second chapter, second part of the Kenopanishad. Chant along with me, then I'll expand on it, reveal the sacred secret. Yati manyase suvedhethi pramevapi nonam tvam vedda brahmano rupam yatasyatvam yatasyate veshvatanu मीमांस्यमेव ते मन्ये विदितं. Recite once more. यति मन्यसे सुवधेति तप्रमेवापि नूनं त्वं वेत्त ब्रह्मणो रूपं यतस्य त्वं यतस्य ते वेश्वतनु मीमांस्यमेव ते मन्ये विदितं. Recite. यदि मन्यसे सुवेदेति तप्रमेवापि नूनं त्वं वेत्त ब्रह्मणो रूपं यतस्य त्वं यतस्य ते वेश्वतनु मीमांस्यमेव ते मन्ये विदितं. Listen. If you think I know it very well, then you certainly have known only very little expression of Brahman's true nature and form. What you know is conditioned by your limited perception of Brahman's expression in yourself and its expression among the gods too. Therefore, Brahman, the absolute truth, is still to be sincerely inquired into, contemplated and internalized by you. Listen. Actually, this is like a conversation between Guru and the disciple. Guru says, if you think I know it very well, then you certainly have known only very little expression of Brahman's true nature and form. What you know is conditioned by your limited perception of Brahman's expression in yourself and its expression among the gods too. Therefore, Brahman, the absolute truth, is still to be sincerely inquired into, contemplated and internalized by you. Listen. At certain level, attacked by tiredness, self-inflicted boredom makes you feel you know it. That's all can be known. You give up on you. And you feel everything is okay. I have seen this during the manifestation of powers. People actually fight with the so-called willpower. It is not willpower, will arrogance. If I make it now, it has to happen now. If it is not happening, then it is not for me. Leave it. Willpower. What do you think as willpower? Is nothing but will arrogance. Real willpower comes by will persistence. When you are bit by the snake called will arrogance, and that poison spreads inside you as tiredness and self-inflicted boredom. I've always seen this. When people first start seeing me, they're all excited, go gaga about all over. If they don't convert that excitement into responsibility and assimilate it as part of them, then slowly, that's the difference between fan and devotee. Fan just fans away all the excitement. Devotee makes the excitement into responsibility. Whoever has converted their excitement and devotion into responsibility, they will never be bitten by tiredness and self-inflicted boredom. Understand? I am using two words. Tiredness can sometime can come even externally, but boredom only from internally it can come. That is why I am using the word self-inflicted boredom. When these two attacks you, you come to a decision, that's all for me, leave me. When you say, that's all for me, leave me, your life has ended. Your life has ended. Even I don't tell that. Even still I sit and work. How can the system be more and more stronger, so it can radiate more and more? It can manifest more and more. It can support more and more. It can share more and more. All of you know the story of Brahma went to find the head of the Sadashiva. Vishnu went to find the feet of Sadashiva. Brahma was inflicted by tiredness and self-inflicted boredom. The problem is, when you are tired and bored, not only you are a dead weight on you, sometimes you even become cunning to cheat others. This fellow looks around and he does not want to accept his failure. Tries to show he is successful. So one flower was falling from Sadashiva's head. He catches that flower and asks, "Hi, from where are you coming?" "No, I am coming from Sadashiva said, how long you are traveling? Oh, I am traveling for 4 Brahma's age. This fellow is shaken. What? 4 Brahma's age you are coming down? Then that flower asks, who are you? He says, I am the Brahma of this age. Oh, I have seen 4, your grandfather, great grandfather, 4 of your fathers. I am coming down. Why are you coming here? Brahma says, no, by the way, I wanted to reach Sadashiva's head, so I am coming up. That flower laughs and tells, fool, I have not even been kept on the top of the head, I have been kept on the ears. So from ears I am landing. From ears, on the ears Sadashiva put me, from there I slipped and I am landing for 4 Brahma's age. Fool, when are you going to reach there? Forget about it. Then that Brahma says, all right, can you do one favor for me? Can you be a witness for me that I reached Sadashiva's head and brought you from there? That flower says, after all, anyhow I am going to go there. What is there? Let me support. This is what is the disciple-disciple relationship crime. You support, be a witness with a lot of sympathy for the crime that fellow is trying to commit. That is why both of you are cursed. Sadashiva curses that flower. You will never ever again be used in my puja. You can never have my sparsha. God, that's a worst curse. Even Brahma did not have that worst curse. Even Brahma had, you will not be worshipped. Then that fellow does some prayaschitta and all that, falls at the feet of Sadashiva. He says, all right, at least in all my temples, the Vama Bhaga I give it to you. In all Shiva's temples, where the Gomukha, the water, the Abhisheka Tirtha comes out, Brahma will be standing to fill his Kamandalu and do the creation. It is from the Pada Tirtha, Charanamrita of Sadashiva, Brahma creates Brahmandas. He stands there. If you see all temples built as per Agama, in the Vama Bhaga, where the Gomukha, where the Pada Tirtha, Padodaka of Sadashiva comes out, the Achamana, Argya, Snana, Punarachamaniya Tirtha comes out. There Brahma will be standing with his Kamandalu to fill. From the Padodaka, Charanamrita, he creates Brahmandas. That fellow at least got little blessings and place at the feet of Sadashiva's Charanamrita. But this false witness, the supported fellow, gone. That is why that flower, Tharambu, never is used. Even that's a most good smelling, lot of herbal quality. It's a medicine and very good smelling flower. If Sadashiva has accepted, that flower would have been the best flower for his puja. Just because it is cursed. It has done one mistake. In no Shiva temples it is used. From my experience, that is the most auspicious smelling flower. But useless. Just because of this one crime. Understand, never ever support somebody's tiredness and self-inflicted boredom. Never ever support somebody's tiredness and self-inflicted boredom. Yati manyase suvateti tapremevapi nunam tvam vetta brahmano rupam yatasyatvam yatasya Teveshvatanu mimamsyamevate manye vititam. If you think I know it very well, then you certainly have known only very little expression of Brahman's true nature and form. What you know is conditioned by your limited perception of Brahman's expression in yourself and its expression among the gods too. Therefore, Brahman, the absolute truth, is still to be sincerely inquired into, contemplated and analyzed by you. Listen. Whenever you are stuck with this boredom and tiredness and you start believing you know it all, or you think, even if you come to the conclusion, I can know only this much, both are dangerous. Both are dangerous. Constantly keeping the pure questioning alive. The Guru says, therefore Brahman, the absolute truth, is still to be sincerely inquired into, contemplated and internalized by you. I tell you, this one line, therefore Brahman, the absolute truth, is still to be sincerely inquired into, contemplated and internalized by you. Anybody who follows this one line becomes my favorite. The pure questioning, the whole training is all about retaining your ability to pure questioning. Retaining your ability to pure questioning. Nothing else. That is all actually I am sitting and doing with this Nityananda Yogam participants. A small group which I selected from inside the Sangha and inside the campus and from the Sangha all over the world. That is all I am sitting and doing. Not only making them manifest powers, constantly reminding them to be in the space of pure questioning. Pure questioning leads you to the deeper and deeper space. I tell you, I am never afraid of your questions. I am always afraid of your answers. The tons of answers you carry, where questioning is not allowed, is the frozen part of you. The frozen part of you is pain for you. That is corruption for you. I have seen, as long as people are ready to drop their answers and keep the pure questioning alive, they remain in my favorite list. The Brahmanyam Bahuputratam. Once they try to develop some answers and get frozen, not ready to let themselves to the space of pure questioning, that is when the pain starts, suffering starts. All our training centers, gurukuls, temples, ashrams should be a place where we teach the pure questioning. Soon, not only Biddi, Bengaluru Adinam, a few more Adinams are going to be declared as training centers. Melbourne and Houston is in the list. I am going to declare both the Adinams also as training centers. Once we have the infrastructure, everything is ready. Now the whole training center, the quality of the training center is nothing but retaining the pure questioning. Retaining the ability to pure questioning. Once we have the Klang Adinam property properly available, organized, we can have even a training center in Malaysia. Now it is all about the person. It is not about properties, it is about the person. It's about the person. Ability to retain the pure questioning. Ability to retain the pure questioning. Yadi manyase suvededi tapramevapi nutham tvam vetta brahmano rupam yatasyatvam yatasya deveshvatanu mimamsyameva te manye vidhitam. If you think, I know it very well, then you certainly have known only very little expression of Brahman's true nature and form. What you know is conditioned by your limited perception of Brahman's expression in yourself and its expression among the gods too. Therefore, Brahman, the absolute truth, is still to be sincerely inquired into, contemplated and internalized by you. The important sacred secret you need to know from this verse is, when you are hit by tiredness, when you bring boredom on you, do not give up on your seeking. Do not give up your pure questioning. Go on, go on, go on. Keep your pure questioning alive. Anybody who keeps pure questioning alive never gets tired of manifesting powers. If you try, create a willpower, and if it does not happen, then you come to the conclusion, is will arrogance, not willpower. Because will is built by persistence, not by egoistic, arrogant attitude of, I'll try few times, if not, I'll give up. Or I'll come to the conclusion, this much only is for me. So, pure questioning and manifestation of powers is one and the same. It is one and the same. Again and again and again, bring yourself to the pure questioning. Sincerely inquire into the inner space of Sadashiva. Meditate on it. Internalize it. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.